All right, I really want to just quickly touch on the legalities of medical records. Um, so, first of all, the medical record is owned by the clinic, and all of the diagnostics and discharge instructions, anything that goes along with that medical record is technically owned by the clinic. However, the client does have a right or a privilege to those medical records. So if the client is moving to a new clinic, they should and can request that those medical records or a copy thereof is given to the new clinic or given to a specialty clinic and referral clinics, things of that sort. However, the client must sign a release before a clinic can give a copy of records or give any information in those records to another entity. And that's based upon the Privacy Act of 1974. So you cannot give any information or any filing to any other clinic or anybody unless the client specifically signs a release for that. And that release should be kept in the medical record. Another legality is, we've already talked about, your handwriting must be legible. You cannot have, really sloppy, nasty handwriting that no one can read. You have to write in black ink. You must footnote and correct all errors. Everything needs to be dated and initialed, which you already know. And files must be kept in the clinic. It doesn't have to be in the active area of the clinic, but it must be kept in the clinic for a minimum of 3 years. And within that 3 years, the client, basically you never ever purge or you never get rid of the file or destroy the file if the client has had any contact with you within that 3 years. So say we have Mrs. Smith's file and we've got her in the inactive area because we haven't seen her for 2.5 years, and we're planning on potentially shredding her file later to make more room, but she calls asking about heartworm disease and the new preventatives. Technically, you would hold on to that file for another 3 years because we've had contact with her. So those are the basic. There's other areas within medical records that are good practices, but those are really the legalities of medical records.